Derrick Rose, the youngest MVP in NBA history. Explosive, fearless, and destined for greatness. But in 2012, one injury changed everything. What if Rose never went down? Could he have stopped LeBron's Miami Heat? Could the Bulls have built another dynasty? And how different would NBA history look today? Let's dive into the ultimate what-if story. Derrick Rose without injuries. When Derrick Rose was drafted first overall in 2008, the city of Chicago was desperate for a new basketball hero. The ghost of Michael Jordan still loomed large, and the franchise needed someone to restore its glory. Rose wasted no time. In his rookie year, he averaged 16.5 points and 6 assists, winning Rookie of the Year and immediately giving the Bulls hope. But it wasn't just the numbers. It was the way he played. Rose was electric. His first step was so quick, defenders couldn't stay in front of him, and his dunks looked like they belonged to a shooting guard, not a point guard. Fans filled arenas just to see him attack the rim. By 2011, at just 22 years old, he was named league MVP. That season, he averaged 25 points, 7.5 assists, and carried the Bulls to 62 wins, the best record in the NBA. Chicago felt alive again. With Rose leading the way, it seemed inevitable the Bulls would contend for titles throughout the decade. The future looked set, until it wasn't. In Game 1 of the 2012 playoffs, with the Bulls cruising to an easy win, Rose drove into the lane and came down awkwardly. He tore his ACL, ending not just his season, but changing his entire career trajectory. What made the injury sting even more was the timing. Rose was only 23, entering his prime, and the Bulls had a legitimate chance to compete for the championship. From that moment on, Rose's career became defined by injuries. Multiple knee surgeries, setbacks, and the constant question of what if? Instead of rising to challenge LeBron James and the Miami Heat, the Bulls fell apart without their superstar. That one play didn't just derail Rose's career, it altered the entire balance of power in the NBA. So let's flip the script. What if Derrick Rose never got hurt? The 2011 Bulls were built to win, with Joakim Noah anchoring the defense, Luol Deng as a versatile two-way wing, and role players like Taj Gibson and Kyle Korver. The Bulls had depth. Add Rose's superstar firepower, and you had a team perfectly designed to go toe-to-toe with Miami's Big Three. If Rose stays healthy, we likely see Bulls-Heat matchups becoming the defining rivalry of the early 2010s. Chicago already had the defensive schemes to slow down Miami. The real difference would have been Rose's ability to attack LeBron and Wade off the dribble, forcing Miami into tough adjustments. In 2012, without the injury, the Bulls probably make the Eastern Conference Finals, and possibly the Finals against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Imagine Rose versus Westbrook in a battle of two of the most athletic point guards the league has ever seen. Even if Chicago didn't win in 2012, they'd be contenders every year. And here's the ripple effect. If Rose and the Bulls knock off Miami once or twice, LeBron's legacy looks completely different. Maybe if he doesn't win 2 titles in Miami. Maybe his decision to join the Heat is seen as a failure instead of a success. That one injury may have saved the Miami dynasty and LeBron's legacy. If Derrick Rose stayed healthy, his legacy would likely put him among the greatest point guards ever. He already had one MVP by age 22, the same age Magic Johnson was when he won his first Finals MVP. With his scoring ability, playmaking, and leadership, Rose could have easily racked up multiple All-NBA selections and solidified himself as the best guard of his generation. Statistically, Rose's career might have rivaled Russell Westbrook's triple-double seasons, Chris Paul's longevity, or even Steph Curry's dominance. In fact, Rose's style of play was ahead of its time. Before Curry revolutionized the game with shooting, Rose had already changed expectations for point guards. He proved that a point guard could be the number one scoring option, attacking relentlessly while still setting up teammates. By the end of his career, a healthy Derrick Rose could have had multiple championships, a Hall of Fame induction, and maybe even a place in the top 30 to 50 players of all time. Instead, injuries cut that story short. But while the injuries robbed Rose of his prime, they never took away his love for the game. In 2018, when Rose scored 50 points with the Timberwolves, the basketball world erupted in joy. It was more than just a box score. It was proof that his heart and talent still lived on, even after years of setbacks. Fans weren't cheering for the points. They were cheering for his perseverance. Today, Rose has become a symbol of resilience. His story inspires fans because it reminds us that greatness isn't only measured in rings or MVPs. It's also about how you respond when life knocks you down. So what if Derrick Rose never got hurt? Maybe the Bulls hang another banner in Chicago. Maybe Rose is remembered as a top 5 point guard ever. Maybe LeBron's Miami era looks completely different. We'll never know for sure, but one thing is undeniable. Derrick Rose's impact on basketball goes far beyond stats or championships. He gave us a glimpse of greatness and a story of resilience that will never be forgotten. So what do you guys think? Would Derrick Rose have won a championship without all the injuries? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one for some more NBA content.